What up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel, DapUniversal. I'm Dap. So, coming back at you with another pick a card reading. And today starts off a new series. It was requested, a future series. So why not kick it off? Kick off the series with what everybody want to know. Am I going to be rich? Am I going to have money? Am I going to be successful? Now, this is a reading about your own potential. So I have a feeling that all the pals have the potential to be rich, but we're going to really look at maybe what your relationship with money is, what your particular lesson to money is, and also where you could go with that. Okay? So don't want to talk you to death. I do want to say thank you guys so much for the support and all the kind words that you be sending me, all the good vibes y'all be sending me. Like, this heals me too. Like, I come on here to provide something for a community or create a community, but realistically, this is like my therapy, okay? Literally. And I'm an Aquarius, so I'm already an oddball, so I never really fit in like growing up. So it's like, you know, I'm 31 years old, so it's like finding my tribe in spirituality and tarot like on the internet is kind of like cool. It's refreshing because like I feel like less of an oddball. Well, okay, maybe not less of an oddball, but I feel less of a recluse, of an alien or something. I don't know. It's really cool, and I'm so grateful. So if you like the vibes, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We have fun here, but you ain't got to. But I do ask that, yeah, just use this as a tool. Tarot doesn't dictate your life. Tarot doesn't control you. If a message resonates, let me know in the comments. If it doesn't resonate, let it go, because it may be for somebody else. If you hear bells and shit in the background, it's this cat. Come here, Onyx. Come here. So if you hear this little motherfucker making noises, that's why. But anyway, so we're gonna be looking into what your relationship with money is. So are you gonna be rich? Let's see. So there's 3 piles today, and we're gonna be using actual like money stuff to choose from. So pile number 1 is the card. Oh, and look at that. Look at my CASHAPP tag. You can go ahead and send a little donation if you want to. Send your reader a tip if you want to. If you want to. If you want to. You ain't got to. But $ dapunderwood. But pile number 1, the card. Pile number 2, the coin. It is a nickel. His name isn't Philip. It's Horacio. And pile number 3, bill. The dollar bill. So that's pile number 1, the cash card, pile number 2, the coin, and pile number 3, the bill. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to. Just don't think too much about it. Just and I'll see you at your reading. Bye for now. What up, pile number 1? If you chose the cash card, welcome to your reading. And yeah, let's get into it. So we're gonna be looking at, are you gonna be rich? Are you gonna have some money, honey? Let's see. First, I wanna look at basically some oracle cards. We're gonna be looking at the life lessons cards, the numerology card, and the dark mirror oracle. If you wanna know, they look like this. And we'll be dissecting that before we get into the tarot. And quite fitting, we'll be using the Disney Villains Tarot, because I just thought it just kind of fit. I don't know. To clarify, but jumping into it, as I was meditating on your pile, I feel like y'all heavy Piscean energy, Leo, Aries, life path number 4, life path number 8, life path number 6. Also very strong personality types. Very strong personality types. So the energy of like your actual current relationship with your money or finances is number 48, financial discipline. So you're either good with money, have a good sense of money and responsibility, or you're learning it, right? Like, it's like coming to terms with, you know what, if I want to live, it's like money isn't everything, but if I want to live the life that I want to live, I am going to have to be able to support that kind of life. I am going to have to make sure that I have enough to do that. So it's not about making a shit ton of money with y'all. It's not about that. It's about having enough to be financially free. So it's like, I feel like y'all aren't so much the bag chasers, y'all are the bag maintainers. You know how to save money when you want to, but you sure know how to splurge it. Yeah, the energy of, like, say, what your challenge with money is with the Dark Mirror Oracle is Queen of My World. You have a tendency to kind of splurge a little bit. You have a nice taste. You also maybe a Taurus, have like Taurus placement somewhere, Venus in Taurus, Venus in Pisces. You have a nice aesthetic, and you have good taste. Yeah, it's like people know, oh bitch, like they trust you with style. But it's like something about it, it's like it's like you kind of comfort yourself sometimes by splurging, especially if you work hard. Some of y'all work really, really hard. I see a lot of eights, a lot of fours. That is someone who works very, very hard to get what they want, or to attain their abundance. So it's like saying y'all, it's not like y'all are spending more than you earn, most of you. It's more so like, I worked this hard, I paid my dues, like I deserve it. And it's like saying that you know that you deserve it. You don't feel bad about splurging on yourself. You know, getting them nails done, buying that nice outfit, you know, getting that hair did. You know what I'm saying? Like splurging on that skincare, whatever it is for you. But it's like saying you do know how to save money, but you definitely know how to spend it, bitch. Yes. A lot of feminine energy. It's like the masculine energy of like that structure, the fours, the eight is very much balanced with that Queen of My World card. Like, I'm just gonna pamper myself. So it's like that may be your downfall when it comes to money. But the lesson that you're meant to learn with money, the life lesson in the long run, and this is the thing that may really help you get to a place of, you know, real like success. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. When you're having fun, you make money. When you're worried about money, you don't make no money. When you're crying about money, you ain't gonna make no money. When you're worried and you say, it's like, no, you are really meant to reprogram your mind, because it's like you have all the things it takes. You're smart, you're attractive, you know how to market. You have so many marketable talents, yet you don't fully let yourself go there, because it's hard for you to create. It's hard for you to tap into that energy when you're worried about your pocketbook. You know what I'm saying? Also, there's something about like you're a personality. You may be really in social media. You may actually like should be in social media, or you just may be a performer. Maybe you should be doing stand-up comedy. I don't know, but it's like there's something about you that makes people want to support you and want to experience your energy. So it's like saying you are meant to be on a platform, if that resonates. Leo especially, Leo sun, moon, rising. I'm getting Aries energy, Pisces heavy, but you are meant to kind of be more free. It's like you already have the structured thing down pat. It's like saying like you came into this world understanding how money works. However, your whole thing is like you're not going to attain it by clocking in, clocking out, doing the 9 to 5, studying your ad. No. You will attract way more money if you are having fun. If you are in a place of carefree and just like really enjoying yourself. People want to support that. It's like you become luckier. It's like when your vibe is like that, you become literally lucky. But let's pull some cards. All right. The Lovers comes up on the bottom of the deck. Nice. Maybe a Gemini. I love this. It's saying if you don't truly love whatever it is that you're doing, you will not feel successful. And success is just a feeling. because like this is all very arbitrary. It's like saying, will I be rich? Well, rich to some people may be like, oh, if I have $1 million, I'm gonna be rich. But then again, to somebody else that may not be much. They may think $100 million is rich. You know what I'm saying? So this is all this is all aligned to whatever success and rich means to you. But I do feel like if you are not really involved in what you're doing, or really just passionate about what you're doing, really connected to that energy of like, I'm loving this, then you're not gonna feel successful no matter how much money you're making. You know, you will always be chasing something. So keep that in mind. But the negative is the 2 of Swords in reverse. Also, you have a hard time making a decision or being that balance between your practical side and your playful side. That's one of the biggest life lessons that you're down here to learn is a balance between your practical side and your playful side. Clarify that for me, please, Spirit. The 4 of Swords, yes. And to also get a grip on your mind. Knowing that when you are worrying, when you are literally trying to like breathe and like, oh my God, my bills, it's like you're not, it's like you're gonna be lacking. You're gonna be lacking. It's like whenever you can just kind of like say, water off a duck's ass, I always have enough, I'm abundant, I'll figure it out. And also, what can I do in this very moment? If it's midnight and you sitting there watching TV, worried about your bills, what good is that gonna do? What good is worrying about your bills in the middle of the night gonna do? Nothing. The banks ain't open. You can't make up. There's nothing you can do about it in that moment. And that's part of it. Learning when to release. Learning when to say, you know what? Fuck it. Jesus, take the wheel. What can I do right now? Nothing. Jesus, take the wheel. Take it from my hands. Because there ain't shit you can do about it. And that's part of the lesson. And once you understand that, once you really embrace that, you come into an energy of allowing, and then you get to attain and gain. It's not about wanting or needing. It's about allowing, attaining, and gaining. You become a manifester. You already are a manifester, but you become a manifester. The simple truth of it all, just the neutral energy here is the High Priestess. Another fucking 2. So you have 2, you get 2s all over the place, 4s and 8s. Y'all are very stable, but y'all are very intuitive. So part of this lesson is learning how to blend your practical side, which you already know how to do. You know, you have common sense and logic, but there's something about, you may go through a phase where that doesn't work for you. It's like whatever you plan just does not work out. It's like things it's just not it, because you're being pushed to be more intuitive about your business decisions, about your path. It's like, can you intuitively feel as well as use your logic as a balance? You know, it's not bar on this side or on that side, being reckless or being, you know, like a stickler for the rules. No, it's about being trusting your hunches. Like even business owners have creativity. Like being a business owner or entrepreneur is one of the most creative jobs you can ever have, right? But people don't think of being a business person as being creative. They don't think there's a lot of creativity in that, and it's nothing but creativity and a lot of intuition, like hunches. Like you just don't know for sure. You just have to try shit out. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of it. You have a beautiful ability to let yourself do that without going too far. Trust and believe that. The positive though is the 7 of Cups. And because of that, because of your beautiful imagination and your logic and your imagination combined, you create lots of options for yourself. You would be the type to have several streams of income, or should have several streams of income. They may not all make $1 million like separately, but together, nice chunk of change, and they only grow. It's like you have what it takes to sell yourself as the product, sell your energy as the product. Selling yourself sounds kind of like you know, sex work, but I mean, I am not against it. Sex work is one of the oldest professions. I don't give a fuck. Let your freak flag fly. I don't care. But that's not what I was talking about, unless it is. But no, really though, you do create options for yourself, and I think you're the type to have several streams of income, and I think that may be a way for you to be a little bit more carefree if you know, okay, well, I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket. I got several little things, so you can, I always got some money coming in. I don't know, maybe that's a thing for you, but I don't know. I'm gonna pull you some moon cards. I don't think I brought them over here. Hold on one sec. Jesus Christ, I forgot them. Okay, scratch that. You ain't getting no Moonology cards. You will get some archangels and crystal gemstone messages, though. Just the affirmation to close it out. Okay, so any advice to help pal number 1 on their path to being rich, filthy rich? You do have quite the capacity to be filthy fucking rich if you really learn the lesson to let go, lighten up, Jesus. You know, that's your whole point. Lighten up. Don't be so serious. But you pulled the lapis lazuli. That stone can really help you connect, by the way, to your higher self and to relax. But it says Archangel Michael. I'm gonna let you see the affirmation too, just so you can count on it. If you want to pause it, say it out loud, because affirmations are a beautiful way to reprogram your mind and how you think. So just food for thought. But it says, I am focused. I see, sense, feel, and know the truth. I follow my intuition. It's easy for me to meditate. My entourage of angels orchestrate my life. I receive messages all the time and follow my internal guidance system. Wisdom is innate within me. And with that being said, one more nugget of advice for you. Tell your friends, shout it from the rooftops. Free knowledge. Here it goes. If you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Bye. What up, pal number 2? If you chose Horacio, the nickel, welcome to your reading. So we're gonna be looking at, will I be rich? What's my relationship with money like? We're gonna answer all those questions. What's your potentials? I feel like this is more so a general reading, so really, realistically, everyone has the potential to be successful. It's all a choice, right? So I'm gonna be looking at what you got going for you, what you got going against you, and what could help you really become more abundant. Say hey to Onyx. She just walks around, do as she pleases. Fuck it. She's a Pisces. But I'm gonna start with some of these oracle cards first to kind of get into your reading. I'm gonna be using the Dark Mirror Oracle, the Life Lessons Oracle, and the Numerology Oracle. If you want to see them, here they are. I will be showing you as we go along. For the tarot, we will be using the Disney Villains deck. I just thought it was fitting. I don't know. But let's get into it. So when I was meditating on your pile number 2, I feel like a lot of y'all are air signs. Aquarius. I have Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, mostly Aquarius and Gemini. Also, I got Leo energy very heavy. Life path number 3, life path number 11, life path master number 11, or life path number 2, and life path number 1. So, y'all are my creatives. Creatives and empathic is what I got. Also, y'all have some kind of money draining habit, but we're not gonna get into that just yet. I wanna get into maybe your current relationship with money. And it's 3, creativity. And it's that beautiful yellow. You have stepped into your power and realized that, God damn it, my gifts, whatever your gifts are, whether you're creative, whether they're spiritual, whether you just have a good mind for, or a good talent for anything. It could be that you type really fast and you can just, it don't matter what it is. It don't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. You make a mean grilled cheese sandwich. It don't matter. You have come to the realization that you have gifts, and those gifts are worth money. Those gifts, that talent, that skill is worth something. You have stepped into that power of self-worth, and that's beautiful. I feel like y'all are artists. Some of y'all may be starving artists, but you are still in the game trying to figure out how to create this life for yourself. Y'all are the ones that color outside the box. But I feel like you're getting a little bit tired. Like, oh my God, I just wish I could just hurry up and just get there already. How long is it gonna take? Oh my God. Well, it's not about where you end up. It's really about the journey. It's like when you're sitting there counting your money like Mr. Monopoly, a Scrooge McDuck, it's like, yay! But like, really, it's like all the beautiful moments and the lessons came from you getting there. You know, and I don't think there's any end game to this shit. I don't think we ever just stop wanting to be, you know, successful. I don't think we ever just find ourselves to be just good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like billionaires are the hardest working people for no reason. Like, why y'all working so hard? You got $1 billion fucking dollars. Like, you wouldn't be able to find me, bitch. If I had $1 billion, I would not be you wouldn't be able to find me. I'd be like Carmen Sandiego. Woo. But no, really though, seriously, people, it's like there's no end game. Like there's like, as people, we always want to do better and better and better and better and better. So it's like saying, enjoy the journey, enjoy it. But I do feel like you do have some gifts, some very artistic gifts. But the relationship with money that may be holding you back, or your challenge with money is 11, addicted. So some of y'all may have some expensive habits. Some of y'all may be struggling with some kind of substance abuse or some kind of escapism. It could be as simple as I don't know, you buy too many video games, or you invest too much in a hobby that you really like, but you just kind of escape into it. Or it can be, like, okay, you spend too much money on weed, or you drink too much, or it's that kind of thing. Some it gets harder and harder after that. If y'all get to some hardcore, stuff. This ain't really the time or the place where I'm going to talk about that. Not to say I won't ever talk about that, but this ain't what this reading's about. But I do see some of y'all may be struggling with a type of escapism or a substance, and it's expensive. You have expensive habits, is what I'm getting. And it's like saying, part of y'all, some of y'all may feel like you have to be on that kind of plane, because y'all are hippies. I feel like a lot of y'all are like really hippie, groovy, like, I'm not judging. It's just like saying maybe that's just part of like your process of creating. Like you think you have to be in a different realm, so to speak. And you can get there by meditation, by the way. You don't really have to do any kind of substances. You can tap into that other place, that connected place of creativity and oneness, and that other, what I'm saying? That if you're an artist, you know what I'm talking about. Where you start just channeling the shit through you. You can get there just by being in the zone and just the breath and letting go of any ego and expectation, just doing and just creating just because you love to create. You have to create. You don't have to be tapped out on something or high or whatever the fuck, altered state of mind. You can get there on your own because you do have the gift and you are a spiritual being. Like you can connect. But the lesson that you are meant to learn with money, the whole lesson, the whole point, the thing that will help you attain more money in your pocket in the long run is blame. I accept responsibility for my own well-being. Some of y'all in the past may have been a little bit codependent, maybe in a relationship, or maybe you always had just that support, roommates, lots of friends. Onyx is just gonna have her dinner, leave her alone, she's fine. Fuck it. But it's like saying you may have struggled with a sense of identity. Like, can I take care of myself? Can I really support myself with what I'm doing? Is what I'm doing sustainable? That's part of the lesson. It's like saying you are really meant to figure this shit out. And it's like saying if something doesn't work, playing the victim isn't gonna work for you anymore. If maybe in the past when you were younger, it's like, oh, this person hurt me, this person fucked me over, this person did this to me, yada 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 yada. You're finally realizing that none of that shit matters. That blaming doesn't pay. That blaming nobody ain't gonna pay your bills. Blaming nobody's not. It's not gonna do anything but make you less self-aware. And I think you really learned that. I also feel like some of y'all may have struggled with say getting your mental health right. So I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying bipolar kind of comes up, depression. OCD, like you may have really had to struggle with something about your mental health. And I think we all kind of go through phases like that, but I feel like, especially for you, you really have had to understand like, okay, well, my mental, where I'm at mentally, or like being on top of my mental health is just like a diabetic who has to take their insulin, or like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you look at it as if, look, there's no stigma anymore. And I feel like there may have been some stigma attached to how you saw yourself, your mind, your beautiful mind. You're an artist. You're probably kooky, crazy, think like no other, but we need that. We need your energy because that's what breaks barriers. And then once you actually come to terms with that and you step into that power, guess what? People want to support that. You when you're clear-minded, when you're not, if you are like, say, always got to be high, always got to be drunk, something like that. It's like once you overcome that situation, Even if it's just with balance. It's like saying nothing's bad. It's like everything in moderation. Jesus Christ. Like there's no bad drugs. It's just like the situations that people put themselves in when they use drugs to escape because they don't know how to deal with their life. That's when things get really scary. But drugs themselves, drugs aren't bad. Drugs are just drugs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like saying you have to tackle your own mentality on how you deal with your stress. And once you do that, you'll quickly see how brilliant you are and how having a clear mind really does open you up to new ideas about making money with your creativity, with your gifts, creative ways to make money. You know. I'm getting taken back to. I'm not super religious, but a Bible verse. For God have not given us a spirit of fear, but one of power and of love and of a sound mind. That's for you. I think that's 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. I think. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but one of power and of love and of a sound mind. All right, so pull us some tarot to see what comes out. All right. Got it. Bottom of the deck, we do have the 5 of Cups in reverse and Justice. You've gone through a lot of shit. Some of it wasn't fair, but everything that you went through contributes to your strength as a person. I feel like you had to learn some hard lessons about money. You were never really stable. Maybe you have a hard time attaining, like you get yourself in a good position and then something happens and knocks you down. It's like, now I don't know where I'm going anymore. I have to move, I have to do this. Like things fall apart in your life a lot maybe right now or maybe in your 20s or like when you're younger, whatever. But you have struggled with the sense of trying to find stability. The 5 of Wands. And you had to deal with a lot of just situations that just left bad taste in your mouth. Just situations that seem to make no sense to you, conflicts, enemies with the poison apple. It's like things that you thought were going to be good for you end up being the worst thing for you, and it's just a way for you to learn that the hard way. But it's like that's how you learn. You know what I'm saying? It's like Spirit wasn't trying to break you down. You can really handle this shit. You're very much stronger than you give yourself credit for. But all those situations kind of contribute to your strength. You also have a story to tell. Something about like, at the end of the day, I feel like you would be that pal where like people would you'd be telling your story and people looking at you like, how the fuck did this person go through all this shit and they still standing here? I'm okay. I'm fine. You're that story. You inspire people, pal two. You inspire people. The 2 of Swords in reverse. The 4 of Swords as well. Pile 1 picked this too. This is about being clear-minded and relaxed. That's part of your purpose. That's part of your experience, is to get your mental situation right. Get like being more on top of that. Feel more in control with your own thoughts and emotions and mood. It's hard, but you can do it. Neutral energy, the Queen of Coins in reverse. So also there's a bit of going back and forth between neglecting the responsibilities, or neglecting your own health, or neglecting your financial responsibility. And then at the very tail end, scroungers trying to figure it out. Okay, can I borrow this money? Can I trying to make money? Trying to stretch and spread whatever you got. Like, you know, just in panic mode. It's like you go through periods of like, woo, okay, gotta get the coin, and you get the coin, baby. But at the same time, whenever you feel like, okay, I can breathe again, you just start spending it again. It's like, it's just saying you need a practical plan. You need to be more practical. You may be a North Node in Capricorn. I can see that. You may be a North Node in any of it. Okay, you may be a North Node in Capricorn, North Node in Taurus. I can see that for y'all. I can see that. You may have like a stellium in an Earth sign like Virgo or Capricorn too. I can see that for you. All right, so the positive, what you got going for you is the Moon So your emotions, you feel things deeper than most people. Pisces coming up to me again. You may be a Pisces. We're dealing with a Pisces. Artistic as fuck, but you definitely feel things deeper than most people do, and that's why you may resort to, say, escapism and fantasy. But it's also why you have a beautiful, creative mind. It's why you're so talented. You have to find balance in that, my friend, and embrace your gift, which is the gift of the moon, which is being completely feeling and able to connect to the divine. And it's like your art, your energy, it just flows through you. There's no ego there. It doesn't have to be an ego there. You can step confidently in your gifts, but not be egotistical, and that's part of your path as well. And I think once you get a hold of owning that, standing tall in that, and knowing that you are enough, you are going to be rich. You do have a gift. I think you're a healer, to be honest with you, but we'll save that for another day. But I'm going to pull you one of these affirmations, and I'll close it out. This has gone long enough. Pulling you an affirmation, and we're going to close it out. All right, so you pull the Ammonite, and we're not going to read this out. We're just going to read the affirmation. I'll leave it up here so you can pause it, read it out loud, save it. It's yours, whatever. I feel like affirmations are a great way to reprogram your mind, by the way. But it says, Archangel Gabriel, I know the truth in the center of myself. All the answers lie within. Ancient knowledge and wisdom are available to me. I recall my dreams when I awaken and use them as tools to help guide me in my waking life. And with that being said, one last financial tip for you, pal two, and that is, you ready? You ready? It's worth $1 million. If you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings and all we do. Bye. What up, pal number 3? If you chose the dollar bill, welcome to your reading. So we're gonna be looking into, are you gonna be rich? What's your relationship with money? What are your challenges with money? How could I get to that place of finding my abundance? So this is a general reading, so I kept it quite open, even though the title of this is, Will I Be Rich? That's very much a choice. There's a lot of people watching this. There's very much a choice. I'm gonna talk about your potential and what holds you back and what you got going for you, and maybe your lesson involving money. So first we're gonna be looking at these oracle cards that I laid out for you with the life lessons, the numerology deck, and also the dark mirror oracle. If you want to see them, here they are, but we'll talk more about them in a minute. And when we clarify with the tarot, we will be using the Disney villains deck because it just seemed fitting to me. I don't know, it just did. But off the bat, when I was meditating for your pal, I did get the sense that y'all are, well, this is just the energy. Heavy Cancer vibes, Virgo and Capricorn. Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, Scorpio vibes. Life path 6, life path number 4, life path number 7. Y'all are very much the pile that is about balance, finding balance between give and take, giving and receiving. Also, you're very much compassionate. There's a heavy influence on community and others. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you were to get a large lump sum of money, the universe would allow that for you because they know that it knows that it would be in good hands. You would distribute it in the right way. You would give to charities. You would invest it in something to the benefit of the greater good or others, not just yourself. You wouldn't hoard it. You would very much spread it out. If you're not as balanced, you're damn near likely to just give it away. Shit, you would be the one to just like, take all my money. It's gone. So it's like, y'all have to be very careful, but it is about balance. I do see your relationship with money right now is domestic harmony. Number 46, domestic harmony. And with that, the thing that may be challenging or holding you back is number 17, forgetting oneself. So what I see in these two cards though, especially, is like saying you may have had a hard time balancing, like, say, your own self-interest. Say, like, you may have been a workaholic, or maybe just like really into whatever you're doing, and like it's just work, or it's like it's create, it's whatever you're doing to create that that stability for yourself. And really, like, if you're in a relationship or friends, family, roommates, it's like they just get pushed to the side. Like, I don't have time for you right now. I gotta work. I gotta do this. Gotta put my head down. And it's like those relationships start to dwindle, or we start to take them for granted. That may have been a situation for you. It may be a situation you're going through right now. But the forgetting oneself, though, you try to make up for that. Maybe in situations where, say, you haven't been as abundant, and maybe you had to be more so dependent on somebody, or say maybe someone was more dependent on you, and you overgive to the point where you're not putting yourself first, or even thinking about yourself. You're just working for what? To pay the bills and give your money to somebody. That may have been a real energy for you. You may have watched that when you grew up or something like that. You may have seen a parent do that, or a grandparent. Like, you just work yourself into the grave for no reason. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest lesson for you in terms of money, what you're meant to learn, and also the thing that may help you the most in attaining money and wealth and being rich, is relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good, right? You may have your Jupiter in Libra, or maybe have like some shit in the 7th house. I can see that. Some stuff in the 7th house. I can see that your Mars could be in Taurus or Libra. I'm spitballing, but like, I feel like your relationship with money is very much tied with your relationship with people, or your connection with people. You're not meant here to do it alone. You're meant to create a community. You're meant to really create a community, and or at least create a system of like of support, and in the sense of like you can count on it to support you, but in turn you will willingly want to support it. It is balanced give and take. That is your lesson in this life in regards to money. But let's pull some tarot cards for you. See what comes out. Ooh, okay, that was quick. Bottom of the deck we have the Moon, Judgment in reverse. No, was it? Yeah, it's Judgment in reverse. We're painting the roses red. We're painting the roses red. And the 7 of Cups in reverse. Okay, got it. Y'all have had a rough time in relationships. Y'all may have been the type to have had karmic partners type energy, twin flame type energies, or been in that that empath and narcissist paradigm where like you give and you give and you give, and this other person just takes and takes and takes, and then they just try to destroy you at the end of the day after all you've given them. And you've had to kind of learn how to trust again. That's for some of y'all. But part of that was just learning how to see things for what it is. And on a certain level, if you would not have connected with that person, maybe you wouldn't have connected to your actual self. Maybe that they were the catalyst to you realizing this need to, wait a minute, have boundaries and understand that I'm just as worthy and just as deserving of receiving as I am giving. And it's just as important to learn how to receive as it is to give. But the negative energy I see for you is the 8 of Wands in reverse. So this shit doesn't happen quick for you. I feel like y'all be the type to become affluent or rich later in life, and that's a blessing because you're less likely to fuck it up. Like if I would have stumbled across $1 million when I was 22, I would be broke right now. Still like it wouldn't matter. I would have blew that shit. So it's like saying, be thankful for some things to come a little later in life. because when you're more balanced and able to handle it, you know? Like some people, like Morgan Freeman, who's been he's been famous and old for the same amount of time. I think he became famous when he was old. Like he's always been old to us, right? But he's lasted. He has that longevity because he was old. He's probably because he's more capable of handling that type of success as opposed to if we would have stumbled across Morgan Freeman when he was like 17 years old as a fuckboy, you know? Who knows? He may have been in 27 Club. I don't know. Who knows? Same thing with Oprah Winfrey. She became famous in her 30s, I think. Same thing with Ellen DeGeneres. Like these people who become famous later in life seem to be more abundant, seem to be more capable of sustaining that kind of success. So that may be your story. But I do see that it doesn't happen quick. The Eight of Wands in reverse is a slow energy. Clarify that. The Page of Swords in reverse, because you got a lot to learn. Lot to learn. The neutral energy is the Three of Swords, and you have been disappointed so many times. Some by your own doing, a lot by other people. It's like saying that I do believe that we have certain advantages in this life. Some things we just are no one's just starts life like the game of life like on an equal platform. Some people get a head start, some people get a lower start. So I do believe that there is systemic things in place that can hold somebody back, and I feel like that may be your story. So this goes to my minorities, anybody who feels like society makes it harder for them to become successful, like me being a black queer, whatever the fuck. Like I feel that energy. I feel like there is such thing as systemic racism, systemic things put in place to make sure that I have a hard ass time becoming rich, right? But it's just what it is. That's not gonna stop nothing. We still gonna do it. But I do see the world in reverse coming up too. So it's like saying a lot of things that you may felt like had slipped through your fingers or things that you feel like you would have never attained, you will attain in this lifetime. It comes back around, the world in reverse. The lesson here is slow and steady, and balance is for you. But some things are meant to really wow you. I think you're really meant to surprise yourself and how far you will come at the end of the day. Looking back like, damn, I didn't think in a million years I would ever be able to see this. You will. But it comes in forms of relationships and connections. It could be an inheritance. It could be a lot of different things, but it's with your connection with people. People will want to support you, help you, take care of you because you take care of them. Something about that. You may marry into money. I don't know, but you will have money. The positive, the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. This feels like somebody, kind of like when I said inheritance, I feel like you could win a lawsuit. You could win a lawsuit. You could get money because of someone else's poor decisions. They gotta pay for it. Someone do you wrong, they gotta, you know what I'm saying? I can see that for some people, suing somebody or taking someone to court and getting paid. Getting money from the government, like back, that's anything like that. I can see it's very strategic and it feels very legal. Clarify that for me, please, Spirit. The Four of Cups. Absolutely. And it comes when you least expect it. I feel like your abundance comes when you least expect it. It's like almost like the universe saying, surprise, bitch. You thought you was gonna be broke? Ah! Nope. It's like, I would see this pile as like the pile who would win the lottery, or the pile who would get like a huge donation for some reason, or like someone just really wanting to support you, gifting you money, or you collecting or raising money through a community for a cause. And I can see a lot of that for you. But what's gonna really get you there is your compassion and your connections, and for the highest good, not networking, but real genuine connections. I'm gonna leave it here. That's all I got for you. I am gonna pull you one of these affirmations though. Just the affirmation, just anything to help you connect to your own energy of abundance. All right, so you pulled the Moldavite, love it. I'm not gonna read that part of the card, I'm just gonna show you this. You can pause this, screenshot it, read it out loud, whatever. Affirmations are a great way to reprogram your mindset. But I'm gonna read it to you. It says, Archangel Raphael, my consciousness is awake. I am aware. I feel the limitless nature of all life. I believe in unlimited potentials and possibilities. I am creative and prosperous. I fully embrace extraordinary wealth. My heart is open to giving and receiving love. Oh my God. That's everything. That's what we've been talking about. That's it. That's all I got. Well, I got one more thing. Let me know if this resonates in the comments and shit. But like one more thing. Just remember this. If you got spirit, what spirit got you? Blessings in all we do. Bye.